A lot of men are now going on TRT for extended period of time because they're not told that it impacts their fertility chances later on. They're like not even had that conversation, which baffles me because that can, I've helped a lot of people turn it around, but that can permanently impact you.
As Americans' health declines, so as sperm counts are declining, as hormone levels are declining and changing for the worse, as our health gets worse, you're saying that the quote unquote normal ranges are changing to reflect effectively an unhealthy culture.
Yeah. Yeah. So they take it what's based off like a bell curve, right? So what are the
Right.
averages right now? But yeah, I'm like, but we're not very healthy right now. So we
Wow.
have to, yeah,
That's very alarming. That's like when you get to the point where 74% of Americans are obese or overweight, and you're saying that's the new normal. Wow. That's yeah. Okay. That's very, very concerning. What are some symptoms that men might be having that could indicate fertility issues?
men are very interesting in the fertility space because one, this is not to, I'm not trying to like hate on men or anything. I think men are awesome, but they are tend to be not as in tune as women are with their body. So I will be honest, like most men are like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I feel great.
Yeah.
So I have to like really dig to find like anything half the time. And most of the time they're still like, I feel fine. Like biggest thing they'll admit to is like being stressed, if that. So men are going to be very different in how I operate with them. One, I do everything very much based off their labs. I will say some of them will tell me they're tired or maybe their libido wasn't as high as they used to be. Testosterone is a lot lower across the board for most men as well. That's another value that's crazy. Like they'll be like, if you're in the 200s, that's low, but you're technically normal. And I'm like, I want you to be at least above 600, right? So that's just kind of crazy because that is such a difference. Which actually that I think has been a value.
Why are testosterone levels dropping so rapidly in men?
Yeah, well, I think that has to do a lot with the environment, right? So if we just want to take something very simplistic, right? Plastics, for example, they impact an enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase essentially converts testosterone to estrogen. Testosterone goes to estrogen, and if aromatase is kicked up, which it is when you're using plastic to say drink out of a water bottle, right? Or the Keurig cups, those are a big one, right? You're using those, that's going to uptick your aromatase, and that's going to flush your testosterone to estrogen. So a lot of times I'll see a little bit higher estrogen and lower testosterone. There's the other flip side of if the testicles are not producing enough testosterone, meaning they're not getting the right signals from the brain, or their body's telling them that they don't need any more. For example, a lot of people are taking TRT. We'll eventually see if they stop that and say, try to conceive all of a sudden, we'll see a drop in testosterone. And a lot of men are now going on TRT for extended period of time because they're not told that it impacts their fertility chances later on. They're like not even had that conversation, which baffles me because that can, I've helped a lot of people turn it around, but that can permanently impact you.
What is TRT? What is TRT for someone who might not know?
Yes, thank you for clarifying. Testosterone replacement therapy.
So this is the equivalent in a certain way to like hormone replacement therapy that women are going through is testosterone replacement therapy.
Yep. Yeah. And actually a lot of women are actually put on TRT now, specifically those that are aging, going through perimenopause. They'll be like, you're low, you need TRT. I am like not a fan of TRT. I could actually even get my license to prescribe it, but I just won't because I won't ever give it.
And the warning it sounds like you have for men is that if they are men that are trying to have children, TRT can directly impact their fertility chances.
Absolutely. It can lower your sperm for an extended period of time, or for some people, even permanently. It's big.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actually something that like really upsets me when they're sitting there and they're like, no one told me. No one told me that that was something that could happen. They just told me I'm going to feel better.